Good afternoon. Good afternoon to all of you. I'm so happy you're so overwhelmingly present today. I never expected this kind of turnout on a holiday. And this was objected to by some of the law students. They are more mischievous. They're not disciplined people. The more the law, the more unlawful they are. So one of them said, this happens to be Ambedkar Jayanti, why you're not declaring it a holiday? I said, we are paying homage to the architect of the Indian Constitution. So there cannot be a greater day than this to pay homage to the architect of the Indian Constitution. And I must pay you all tribute, and I must appreciate the patience that you have and the presence that you have turned out on a holiday. I thank you all for that. It was exactly 26, 27 years ago that I had gone to an Advaita ashram in the Mayavati in Himalayas, in Pitaragarh district. Just to give a little brief how this whole concept of Vivekananda Institute started. I'm an ardent devotee of Ramakrishna Mission and an initiated disciple of Swami Bhuteswaranji, who was the president of Ramakrishna Mission. So there's an Advaita ashram specially made by a British Captain Xavier. Advaitism means no, you are the God yourself. So, non-duality. Aham Brahmasmi, Tattamasi, I am the God. Man is the greatest manifestation of God already in man. So we are all manifesting divinity in each one of us through the finest knowledge that you dispense in your classrooms. There can be a greater tribute to Ambedkar ji because he is a great scholar. He is a man of great eminence because he distinguished himself by doing at least 20 master's degree and a PhDs, 3-4 PhDs, and then a D.Litt. He was a super intelligent person. And he was the chairperson of this draft committee of the Constitution. Nobody could have given such a beautiful draft. So we have gathered here to pay our respectful homage to Baba Sahib Ambedkar. But this inspiration came from no other than Sri Anil Sahasrabudhe ji. Because he is not only a repository of wisdom, I see in him a futuristic visionary who looks beyond. And the moment I wanted him to come and inaugurate our NVIDIA lab, he said, let's do it on Ambedkar Jayanti. It is his idea. It's not my idea. I simply borrowed my little intelligence from him. He said, let's do it on Ambedkar Jayanti, your NVIDIA lab, data lab, and your quantum lab. I'll come inaugurate, provided you agree to do it on Ambedkar Jayanti. So that's the deep respect that we have for the architect of the modern India. It is he who shaped modern India. It is who had envisioned what India should be 50 years down the line or 75 years after the Constitution is drafted. And some of the intimate interactions with Gandhiji, he said, I don't like your hypocrisy. Hypocrisy because he came out of journal Harijan. It was titled as, a periodical which was weekly. Swamiji, Gandhiji himself came out. He was the initiator of Harijan, a periodical, quarterly or half monthly. He talked about the people who lived in sheer neglect, illiteracy, ignorance, but he never ever shared the meals with them. So Ambedkar, Baba Sahib Ambedkar said, Gandhiji, you are a great hypocrite. You simply talk, you don't practice in your day-to-day life. How many people from the downtrodden people, from the so-called caste, downcast, how many people have you uplifted in your life? No such upliftment you are done. You are more a hypocrite, you are writing only in Harijan a few articles and you think that you are empathizing with them. No, you are being discriminatory against them. And there was so much of discrimination in caste. He was only interacting with the elite class. The people who are barristers at law from London or some other places. So there was a difference, basic difference of Ambedkarji's philosophy and Gandhiji's thought. Gandhi, though he is known as the father of the Indian Constitution, in India, he is the father of the nation. But being father of the nation, his heart must bleed for the poor and the have-nots and the neglected. He must reach out, like Professor Subarao said, he is promoting literacy, legal literacy in the slum areas. And courtesy Professor Subarao that even our neighborhood has known what the Indian Constitution says, what is Article 13.2 or 17 or 20 and 21. So thank you very much, man, for enlightening us on this day when we are commemorating the 134th anniversary of Baba Sahib Ambedkar, who was a great scholar, a great thinker. And today, what we owe the Indian Constitution is primarily because of his super intelligence. I have gone to his museum in Pune, which is being maintained by Symbiosis. I went to the museum, I paid my tributes to him. His clothes have been maintained, his utensils that he used during his lifetime. And what a great achievement at that time, doing 20 masters or 25 masters, then doing his PhD, then doing his elite program. It's a great thing. When I first met Professor Shastra Buddhaji, he looked to me like a sage. Indian tradition, scholarly people are not imposing. And he is a very unassuming person. But I tell you, he is a fabulous, perennial source of energy and ideas. The whole lot of NEP, National Education Policy, he has contributed a lot to it. Today, what we were seeing today in NEP 2020, it is his valuable contribution, and I could see in him a spark which could ignite another 100,000 sparks. Because he's so enlightened. I was so impressed, and when I approached him, he perhaps didn't take me seriously. I and Anuradhaji had gone there to say we want to start an engineering college. As I look like any other ordinary person, he also took us very lightly that they will not perhaps be able to start a good engineering college. So my only dream, which has been fulfilled today, calling Anil Shastra Buddhaji, who gave us 4 courses in emerging areas like in IoT, VLSI, AIDS and AIML. At that time, it's a huge challenge before us. I wanted him to come and inaugurate the data lab because I wanted to tell sir that this is Vivekananda Institute of Professional Studies who translate vision here. It doesn't remain on the drawing board. It is implemented in letter of spirit because we follow Swamiji's philosophy of man-making, character building, and nation building. And today I'm the proudest man because I could bring a man whom I respected a lot. I still hold him in high veneration. I have the deepest regard for him because he lives simple, but he has been director of so many IITs and he has to his credit, a great experience in education, and education policy has been immensely shaped by him. Indian knowledge system, may you talk anything from mechanical engineering, which his original discipline was. So, sir, we are together today. We pay you our highest respects and salute you for having been so kind and so benevolent. Your blessing we received, and we assure you, sir, we will always raise the bar. And we will become a product nation very soon, and Vivekananda Institute name will be etched in history for times to come. We will not simply remain theoretical in papers. We will not keep writing research papers, but we will be the first to emerge as a product producing college. We will not do fake research or do any such thing, but we will definitely demonstrate to you here is walking and talking AI in public life, in healthcare, in any other meteorological, anywhere the AI application is there. Vivekananda Institute his flag will keep hoisting fly high. So as I always believed in my theory of astoma sadgamaya, tamsoma jyotirgamaya, mrityurma amritam gamya, lead me from the unreal to real, lead me from darkness to light, lead me from death to immortality. Sahana vavatu, sahana bhunatu, sahaviryam karvavahe, tejasvina vaditamastu, ma vidashamahe. Let's together pull in our wisdom to make a bright India, to make India rise, to realize our Prime Minister's dream of making India a Viksit Bharat by 2047. We might do earlier because we are all full of energy, full of zeal to work. And you can see the presence of all these people, sir, from interdisciplinary areas. But each one of you has a sense of commitment that if the chief guest is coming, we should all come here and respect his being there. So, sir, I'm completely touched and moved by your presence here because your coming here means a lot to us, means the world to us, let me tell you. I keep meeting different chairpersons of the UGC and ICT and so on and so forth, but a real repository of knowledge and this highly scholarly person with simple living. And during COVID, I could see when I and Radhaji went to him, he was asking for smartphones or whatever phones were available for those, for distance learning. Because at that time, it was online. Everything had gone online. So he was collecting good number of cell phones to reach out to those students who are in remote areas so that they could get updates in the classroom, the virtual classroom can be created. So he's a thinker and a philosopher, and it impresses us that when it comes to implementation of things, Vivekananda Institute, in letter and spirit, will implement each and everything that our Prime Minister has envisioned and that thinkers like you have seen. Bhutta Chandrasekhar ji is here. I only want to say that there was a Fritz of Capra in his book called The Tao's Physics. He said, our scientists need to be Buddhas, or as without the holistic vision of oneness of mankind, the rational science is going to destroy civilization. So thank you very much for coming here. We are benefited by your wisdom, and keep blessing us, sir. We only need a pat on our back, and the rest you leave it to us. We'll take you to all heights. Thank you so much.